Hey everybody, it's Eric from epautos.com, your Libertarian car guy, and I just wanted to do a quick follow-up video about the 2017 Prius, however you're supposed to say it, just to point out some things about it. Hopefully you'll be able to see with my new high-definition camera that it is at 56.3 miles per gallon average. 56.3 miles per gallon average, and that's after a week almost of driving this thing around up and down the mountain, as we say out here in the woods, from the bunker into town, which is a round trip of about 60 miles, and not driving at a cloverific speed. So I've got to say I'm pretty impressed by this thing. It is considerably better in real-world driving than any previous Pri-I that I have ever driven, and I have driven all of the Pri since the thing came out back in the late 90s, doing this a long time. Those cars generally, like most cars, underperformed relative to the published EPA numbers. In fact, until I got this thing, the only car that I've driven, and again, I've driven them all, that exceeded the published EPA mileage numbers were diesel-powered Volkswagens like the Jetta and the Golf, and they would typically get 5 miles per gallon better on average than the EPA's numbers. So, long story short, color me pretty impressed about the mileage. There's a turkey, I don't know if you can see it, of this Prius, which was all new last year, of course, and 2017 is pretty much the same, second year of the new body style and the new lithium-ion battery, replacing the previous car's nickel metal hydride battery. And I just thought I would share that factoid with you. This thing is a much more economically sensible car than any electric car. All the politically correct crap that's being spewed out there and amened by the media, it makes zero economic sense to buy an electric car. They simply cost too much relative to whatever savings you achieve at the pump. Buy one if you want to, because they're pretty to look at, you like the technology, they're quick, but to try to make the case that there's any economic reason to buy an electric car is idiotic. On the other hand, this car starts around the same price, $23,000 and change, as gas engine mid-sized cars like, for example, a 4-cylinder Camry, Chevy Malibu, the Ford Fusion, etc. They're all about the same as far as what they cost. And this thing gets substantially better mileage, substantially. So you'll get your savings almost right off the bat relative to those cars. And after a couple of years of driving, you'll probably save a significant amount of money. So, you know, it's a pretty cool car. Again, the only issues or questions that I would have if I were contemplating the purchase of one of these things is the performance of the battery down the road, long time from now, 10, 12, 15 years from now, because, you know, the repeated charge and discharge cycles will tend to have an effect on any battery. They're like anything else in this world. They don't last forever, and their performance does decline over time. And, you know, you may have to spend money on that at some point down the road. However, the savings on gas and also savings on some of the repair and maintenance costs. These hybrids don't have a lot of the fluid and filter changes and other maintenance issues that you have with a typical non-hybrid car, or there are fewer of them, just because almost all of the accessories in this car, for example, are driven electrically rather than via the engine. So that, and for other reasons, you have fewer maintenance issues with the car. So that's all I've got for you today. I will also have some additional articles about avoiding rare repair ripoffs up on the site, probably tomorrow, hopefully. And I should be getting the new Lincoln Continental, which will be interesting to play with. I'm going to have that next week, I think, or the week after that. And we'll see. Lincoln is trying to stage a comeback. They've kind of been out in the back waters for a while, not in the first rank of luxury car brands. So they're trying to rehabilitate. Anyway, thanks for viewing, and we'll catch up with you again soon.